say I appreciate y'all taking this nature walk. How's everybody doing on this wonderful day? How's everybody doing on this wonderful day? I want to say God bless to each and every one of y'all. You know what I mean? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever time you watch this video, I just want to say God bless to you and your family and hope the best. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a Viking fan talking that talk, taking this nature walk, and as you can see, or you can hear, or now you can see, they didn't shovel this dang on trail whatsoever. I don't know what's going on. It's a little windy, y'all. Sorry about the wind, but you know I had to get my steps in. But the title of this video, the NFL season is almost over. The NFL season is almost over. And I have and what is your opinion about it right now? What is your opinion about the season right now as we speak? I can't, first of all, I want to say this, week 16, I can't believe it. As a Viking fan, my honest opinion is like, dang, like this season is almost over already. This season is almost over already. I can't believe it. Honestly, can't believe it. I feel like the season just started. I feel like the season, I don't want the NFL season to end. I don't want the NFL season to end. But it's going to have to end. If you're a Viking fan, it is what it is. Our season wasn't good enough. Just looking at these deers over here. Hold on, y'all. Oh, I'm not sure if you can see those deers. Oh, he went in the woods. But it's just unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. I wish the Vikings could be in the playoffs. Oh, shout out to Lee in the building. What's going on, Lee? Great God morning. Yes, Mike and sports fans, shout out to you. NFL season has been great, but what caught me off guard was all the injuries. Numerous teams hit. Yes, that is a fact. Injuries hit a lot of teams. Shout out to Jay. Go Bears. Bears versus Denver Super Bowl. There's a possibility. We gonna say, yeah, we've been done. Jay, you ain't saying nothing. The season's been over. You ain't telling me something I don't know. The season's been over for the longest. And I don't even, listen, I do care, but at the same time, ain't nothing I can do about it. We didn't do good earlier in the season. You know what's so crazy? What I learned, and shout out to my guy, Purple. You know what I learned like from this season? I mean, I've been through this, but you know, those early games count a lot, man. Them early games really do, like, they really count. Like, people be like, oh, we're going to wait until we get to week 10 to figure out our team. No! You got to start winning early on. You got to try to start winning early on because them wins and losses add up. And by the time you get to week 10, you looking around like, oh, my gosh, the season's going to be over soon, and we don't have a chance to make it to the playoffs. So, them early games, like those first 5 games, I know it's like a trial, trying to figure out what kind of team you have, but them games really matter, man. Like, those games really, really matter. But yeah, those injuries hit us, man. I just don't want the season to end. I really really love my Vikings. I really love this team. I really want to see the success of this team. And it sucks, but I'm gonna still enjoy the rest of these games. I want to see what my guy JJ McCarthy can do in these last few games. But yeah, man, this season was a roller coaster ride. And I'm looking forward to definitely this off season when it comes to like the draft and what we do potentially. And I'm looking forward to the Minnesota Vikings in 2026. I can't wait. Morning, God bless to you and your family as well. My guy Purple in the building. He said go Bears all day. Look like a footballer, but I don't remember the name. You know what people say? I look like Dalvin Cook. They said I look like Dalvin Cook. Listen, I look like a lot of people when I come on this. Ever since I've been doing social media, I look like everybody. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing they keep saying, like a lot of Viking fans, are like, oh, you look like Dalvin Cook. I'm like, oh shoot, because I know Dalvin has had locks as well. He probably still got locks. But shout out to Dalvin Cook, man. Shout out to Dalvin Cook. Yo, Mike, what's going on, Ben? Shout out to you. Shout out to Ben in the building. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. But yeah, man, this NFL season went so fast. And you want to know something that's crazy? If you really think about it, right? When you think deep about the NFL season, let's think about the whole entire year. The whole entire year went by quick. The whole entire football season went by quick. The Minnesota, like, listen, the whole year, we're about to be in 2026 right now. We're about to be in 2026 right now. In a few weeks, we're about to be in 2026. So it's like, less than a few weeks, like a couple of weeks. So it's like, it's just crazy, man, how time just flies, man. That's why you got to enjoy every day like it's your last. You know what I mean? Enjoy every day like it's your last, and just enjoy every moment of life, because life is so short. This year was probably one of the quickest years, in my honest opinion, in a very long time, especially this football season. Like, in general, it's like this season, it just, the year started off like, and then all of a sudden the year's over. It's just crazy. But getting back to the Vikings, the thing that I wanted to talk about when it comes to the Vikings is to be continued. That's what I probably should have titled this video. To be continued. We got the rest of this season. We got 3 games. We got this game. We got the who else we got? We got the Packers and we got the Lions. I mean, the Lions, then the Packers. After that, then we in the off season. But I can't wait to see these last 3 games. I'm looking forward to seeing these last 3 games. These last 3 games for me is going to tell me a lot of what the Vikings might potentially do. And I'm looking forward to it. I think that if my guy J.J. McCarthy can be consistent in throughout these rest of these games, I'm not saying he has to be perfect. I'm not saying he has to throw for 300 yards every single game. I'm not even saying all that. But what I am saying is I do expect him to show a lot of upside and progression when it comes to this offense, because I feel like he's getting a lot more comfortable in this offense now that Kevin O'Connell finally simplified the offense. I feel like he's getting a lot of he's getting the hang of it, man. He's getting the hang of it. 9 touchdowns in 3 games. Yo, if that happens, I don't think we should talk about any Joe Burrow. We shouldn't talk about any Kyler Murray. I just made a short about Kyler Murray. Why is everybody trying to hype up Kyler Murray? Why would you? And I say this respectfully. I'm not saying Kyler Murray is a bad quarterback. That's not what I'm saying. But he's not the type of quarterback that we should have. Like, he doesn't seem like a Kevin O'Connell guy. Like, we can't just get anybody to run his offense. We know that. Why would you want Kyler Murray? I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to keep it PG. But, bro, like, I'd rather take my chances with J.J. McCarthy over any quarterback. There's only one quarterback that I might be like, all right, that's a good question. Joe Burrow's the only one. And that's a big question because of injury with him. And then you got to think about what you got to lose, what you have to give up. It's so many other variables and moving pieces that have to be right in order to get a quarterback like that, because the Bengals ain't just going to give them up for free. So it's like, it's so many, like, that's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, I'd rather just take my chances with J.J. McCarthy and go from there. But the whole Kyler Murray hype is out of control, bro. Kyler Murray hype is out of control. I ain't never seen so many. Like, I'm looking it up online. I'm like, why everybody hyping up Kyler Murray? Kyler, like, no disrespect. What has Kyler Murray done for you to feel like he's going to be an all-time great with the Minnesota Vikings? I'm just being real. I'm just being real now. I'm not trying to hate. I'm just keeping it real. Like, what has Kyler Murray, not saying he ain't talented, but come on, bro. Come on, man. What are we doing now, man? What are we really talking about? We want anybody above J.J. McCarthy? He said, development isn't linear. Sometimes you have to lose to win. The game plan we spent hundreds of hours working on in the offseason went out the window after games 2 when all our O-line got injured. Yeah, I get it. I get it. That's true. It's never going to be, development's never going to be all roses and butterflies and we're going to win out. We're going to go undefeated. It's not going to happen. You're going to make mistakes. So I 100% agree. I just feel like, for me, and this is not, and listen, I'm definitely on J.J. McCarthy's side. I'm just big on the whole, when you know your offensive line was hurt, why would you still try to run the same offense And I'm talking to Kevin O'Connell. I just feel like Kevin O'Connell isn't on J.J. McCarthy's side like people think he is. And hopefully I'm wrong, man. Because it shouldn't take you to week 14 to be like, oh, I'm going to but you said it out loud. You should have just kept that to yourself, honestly. He should have kept it to himself. He should have just said, yo, let me just keep this to myself and let's simplify the offense. This man says it out loud and says he's going to simplify the offense. And now you see how good J.J. McCarthy's doing. Even with the offensive line not being 100% still to this day, you see how good J.J. McCarthy's doing. And like everybody goes by statistics and like, oh, he's not throwing 300 yards. But all I see is him winning. You could throw for less than 200 yards and still win games. So I love what I'm seeing from J.J. McCarthy. And I believe he can continue it. But my only question is Kevin O'Connell going to keep on the path of, yo, we're gonna coach this dude up. We're gonna develop him. We're gonna adjust to the talent that's on that football field, and we're gonna give him the play calls that work for his ability at this moment of his career. Not give him all these plays that don't make sense because our offensive line is banged up. You know what I'm saying? And he's not ready for it yet. I would take Kyler Murray as a backup. I don't even want the man as a backup. I say that respectfully. What's going on, bro? What's up, my guy? Angel Aiden's in the building. We got Laura in the building. What's good? We got a lot of people in the building right now. Great week. It's go crazy. Let's get it, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Grasshoppers in the building. Kyler Murray sucks. Oh, man. You sell portable. Oh, that is the most random comment. They are Mike's words about, yeah. Everything JJ went through after came back from injury was valuable for growth. We saw it the last 2 weeks. Kevin O'Connell has done solid despite how it has gone, could have been better or worse. Man, listen, I'm not on the side of Kevin O'Connell right now. I just feel like he put our quarterback in a bad situation. This guy wanted to throw the ball. Like, he wasn't ready yet. So I think he just kind of rushed the process. Like, he wasn't ready to throw the ball 30, 40 times a game. And I feel like he kind of he slowed his growth, in my opinion. Because it's just like, dude, when you make a call at week 14 to simplify the offense, you say it for the whole world can hear you. It's like, I don't know, man. I'm not rocking with Kevin O'Connell like a lot of other people are. I feel like some people kind of overrate this guy. And that's just my opinion. Yes, I feel like he's a solid, decent coach, but I'll never put him in the category of as a great coach. I'm not putting him as a good coach because he hasn't won any playoff games. And I feel like if you're a good coach or a great coach, you adjust to what you have on the football field, and you know how to develop a quarterback, a young quarterback at that never played one game in the NFL. You don't just say throw the ball 40 times or throw the ball 30 times. You hand the ball off. You run the ball when it's successful. You don't get away from the run when it's 3rd and 1. You trying to do a play action pass. It doesn't make sense to me. I just feel like some of the interceptions that J.J. McCarthy threw, yes, it's learning, but I don't even feel like J.J. McCarthy should have even been in those situations to even throw those interceptions because it's just bad play calling. Just bad play calling. Can he prove me wrong and figure it out for the rest of the season and next season and possibly win a Super Bowl? He can honestly do that, bro. Like, I think he could. He could. We'll see. I'm hoping he does. But we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to definitely see. But I do like J.J. McCarthy and his swag and his confidence. And it's just like, yes, I hold J.J. McCarthy accountable for some of the things he doesn't do the best. But at the same time, I really feel like he has it. I feel like he can do whatever what all these other young quarterbacks is doing that people compare him to. I think he can do just as good as them, or even better. Chris Verrill, Mike, yeah. Kevin Oak hates JJ McCarthy. I think listen, he doesn't even look, he like in the press conference, he's talking about him doing the gritty in the end zone. I'm like, bro, why do you even have to bring it up? Why can't that young man have fun doing the gritty in the end zone? Everybody was talking all this stuff about this man, saying he can't do this, he can't do that. See, people letting their dogs poop right on the trail. Don't make no sense, man. I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand why people just let their dogs, sorry, y'all, man, I don't understand why people just let their dogs poop right in the middle of the trail. Like, it's like, if I didn't look down just now, bro, I would have stepped in some dog poop, bro. Like, it don't make no sense. We are going to adjust the offense to tailor it better to JJ style or play. What coach should have said? Yeah, man. It's like, come on. But he should have did this like way earlier. Like after the first 3 games, or he got hurt. What game he got hurt? He got hurt. He got hurt in week 2 against the Bears. But even that, after when he came back, he did amazing. What? Hold up, we beat the Lions, right? We beat the Lions when we came back. When he came back. And the one thing about that game is we ran the ball pretty well. And JJ McCarthy played off of that run game. And I think that's just system that we need to run. Like establish the run, and then play off of that. And I think we need another tight end. I think we need another passing, a catching tight end, in my honest opinion. I think TJ Hockenson is not the guy. I really don't think he's the guy anymore. I would like to keep Josh Oliver. I don't know what his contract's looking like, but I love Josh Oliver. I think Josh Oliver is a good tight end. But I don't think he gets the credit. I think JJ McCarthy has the best relationship with Jalen Nailor and Jordan Addison. Oh yeah, he does. I think he does. I think that eventually he'll get that chemistry with Justin Jefferson. I feel like JJ McCarthy would definitely look amazing, even better than he looks now once he can establish that relationship and that chemistry with the best wide receiver in the game. But I agree, man. Like Speedy Nailor and JJ McCarthy have a very, very good relationship. And my question to Viking fans: are we letting go Jordan Addison? Are we trading Jordan Addison on draft day? I mean, it's an honest question, man. It might be it's a viable question. It's a good question because we could probably keep Nailor. I don't know. What would you do? Would you get rid of Jordan? Even though I think Jordan Addison is better than Nailor, but the thing about it is I feel like the chemistry is better with Nailor than any other wide receiver on this roster, which is a problem because it should be Justin Jefferson, but it is what it is. We'll figure that out. Can the changes borrow Jefferson for the playoffs? Thanks. Can the Chargers borrow Jefferson for the playoffs? No, if they could do stuff like that in season type stuff, man, that would be unfair. That would be unfair. I wouldn't even want that to happen. Bro. He said Justin Jefferson can't catch this passes for some reason. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I feel like it's not all on JJ McCarthy. And listen, I don't want to be like a JJ McCarthy apologist right over here, but I seem like I'm starting to be more of a JJ McCarthy apologist. But I feel like Justin Jefferson should be able to make those catches, man. I know it has a little bit of oomph to it. It has a little bit of speed, and sometimes he puts a little bit too much on his passes. But that's no excuse for your top wide receiver for him to drop these passes, man. Some of them are dropped. Some of them are like not the most accurate. But I think most of it is just like you just got to make it. You got to make up for it. The best wide receivers don't get the perfect pass from a good quarterback all the time. That's why they're good wide receivers. They make up for the deficiencies of that pass. So I feel like Justin Jefferson has to make up for some of the deficiencies because sometimes the pass ain't always accurate. Sometimes the pass might be a little wobbly. Sometimes the pass might be a little bit behind them, or it might be a little bit high. So you know you got to adjust. If you that guy, if you're the best wide receiver in the game, prove it. Hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen, bro, prove it. It can't always be perfect, man. Just like a quarterback. If you're that guy, prove it. You're not going to have the perfect offensive line. You're not going to have the perfect running back. You're not going to have the perfect wide receiver. You got to figure it out. You have to figure it out. So that goes for every position, man. Even with running backs. You might not have the best offensive line, but you're going to have to figure something out. You're going to have to figure it out. You said Herbert has no time to throw to anyone, let alone Jefferson, especially with these empty Lowe's bucket as offensive. Yeah, you're right. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I was watching the game when it was the Chargers versus the Chiefs. Justin Herbert, bro, he's different, man. I really think Justin Herbert is an underrated. Look at all these deer tracks, y'all. Like, these are all deer tracks. All these are deer tracks. But he's a really good quarterback, man. He's a really good quarterback. He be throwing dimes. Better resign Flores. You know what? That's another good question, man. Like, are we gonna resign Flores? Is he gonna leave? Is he gonna go to another team? I don't know. That's a good question. Simplifying the offense could be dumbing it down or moving from developmental and winning to just win. I think it's a little bit of both, but dumbing it down can be good for developmental as well. Sometimes, like if I was training somebody at work and I can't, and sometimes you have to, I guess, I hate saying dumbing it down, but sometimes you have to dumb it down for them to understand it. And once they grasp it, then you can give them everything. You can't just give them everything and they're not understanding it. And if you know they're not understanding it for numerous months and you still keep it the same way, it's like you're the one that's at fault at that point, because you could easily dumb it down a little bit, let him grasp the offense just a little bit. And once he grasps the offense, then you can speed up the play calling when it comes to all the rest of the plays. Because if you put this dude in a bad situation like he was absolute. Listen, bro, JJ McCarthy is not as bad as what his numbers say earlier in the season. I don't care what nobody says. And I'm not trying to take everything away from JJ McCarthy, because I know people are like, oh, you're just sticking up for JJ all the time. Bro, I really feel like JJ McCarthy was dealt the wrong hands, man, in my honest opinion. All right, so you had the offensive line not healthy. I understand that. But beyond that offensive line not being healthy, your play calling, your offensive genius of a head coach and Kevin O'Connell did not want to adjust to what's on the football field more than anything. If your offensive line is banged up and you have a first-year quarterback that, I don't care how many years he said 1 year due to injury, it's different from playing on the field than you sitting on the bench for a year. So the speed of the game is so much different than college. And that was the first game that he played meaningful football in I don't know how long. So I feel like Kevin O'Connell really just, I don't know, man. He kind of held him back in a way. He kind of held his team back in a way. Because you not dumbing down the offense and simplifying the offense made the whole team suffer this whole entire season. Our offense was bottom 29th. We were ranked 29th in total offense for most of the season. We were bottom barrel offense for most of the season. It's not just because of JJ McCarthy. It's not just because of Carson Wentz. It's not just because of the quarterbacks. It's honestly, most of it, in my opinion, is play calling. Play calling. And once they grasp the offense, then you can give them all the plays you want. If you want to go down 30 yards down the field, if our offensive line is healthy, I say go for it. But how can you do that if you know your offensive line and you don't have your tackles, you don't have your center? It's it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like, it's not rocket science. People overthink football, and they be trying to make it seem like it's rocket science. We're not going to the moon. We're not going to Jupiter. We're not going to Pluto. You don't gotta overthink this football game, like this game. Like, if your team is banged up, why are you trying to hold the ball for 3 seconds and knowing that they can't block that long? Naylor is doing good because Addison and Jefferson drawing. Yes, that is true though. That is true. You're right. I agree. And my bull Smeagol said a good point. He said that Justin Jefferson is like a decoy for the other wide receivers. My only thing is I feel like you still have to somehow get the ball to Justin Jefferson. Regardless if Justin Jefferson is a decoy or not, you got to figure a way to get the ball to Justin Jefferson. Denver Broncos Chargers have shut down Chiefs dynasty finally. Hey, listen, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs come back next year, though. I don't know when oh no, Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL, right? So I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know, bro. We still need a new coach. Yet, I think we might need a new coach eventually. Denver Broncos Chargers have shut down. We might need a new coach. I'm leaning towards the quarterback more than the coach. I don't care about his numbers in the regular season. I care about postseason. He has never won a single game in the playoffs as a head coach. And I'm just not, I don't put him on a pedestal like a lot of other people do. I just don't. Like, I want to win a Super Bowl. I don't want to just win a whole bunch of regular season games and go 14-3 and lose in the wild card round. I'm tired of that, bro. I'm tired of listen, I'd rather get 10 wins or barely get into the playoffs with 8 or 9 wins and win a game in the playoffs than go 14-3 and lose in the wild card round. That is Kevin O'Connell. No adjustments, Kevin O'Connell. He did the same thing with Kirk Cousins. He did the same thing with Sam Darnold. He did the same thing with every quarterback. He doesn't make adjustments. He doesn't run the ball enough. He doesn't adjust to what's happening. He doesn't make adjustments to the adjustments of the opposing coach. I'm tired of drafting bums year in, year out. Need a new draft team as well. We need a lot of new things, bro. Shout out to Chris Brewer. Yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Those bums managed to not Cowboys out of, but yeah, to knock them out the playoffs. Facts, bro. Vikings suck. Go Seahawks. Hey, yeah, the Seahawks versus the Rams tonight. That's a good game. I was thinking about going live for that game. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. Love the 49ers jacket. No, this ain't a 49ers jacket, bro. It's a Calvin Klein jacket, but it ain't a 49ers jacket. Respectfully speaking, Kevin O'Connell threw this season away so that he can win Coach of the Year again next year when you guys go 12-5 or 13-4. Yup. And listen, I love having a good record in the regular season, but can he coach in the postseason? Because right now, there's no proof that he can coach in the postseason. He said, "Are you Mr. 49ers?" I like the Niners, what they got going on, but I'm a Viking fan. Yo, Chris Brewer, what's good? Rams Broncos Super Bowl, that could be a possibility. I need Justin Jefferson to catch the ball. That's what I need. Justin Jefferson to get on the same page. I agree with McCarthy. Go live for it for sure. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, man. Oh, snap. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, though. I'm not 100% sure. I might go live for the game. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, man, the Vikings, I can't believe this year is over, man. Like, this year is about to be over. And we don't got that much weeks left, man. I can't believe it. We got A couple more weeks left, man, and the season is almost over. I tell you one thing, the beginning of this year for me has been so funny to me. Like when it comes to like teams, like for instance, right, the Buccaneers were to the point where people were like, oh my gosh, I know they got hit with injuries though, right? But the Buccaneers, like Baker Mayfield was in the MVP conversation after like the first 5 weeks or something. And after the first 5 weeks, they started getting hit with the injury bug and all that other stuff, man. And the Buccaneers are struggling to keep afloat. They're struggling to keep in front of the Panthers because the Panthers and the Bucks, they got the same record. So, you know, we'll see what happens with that. I see you have a Vikings thing draped around you. Are you a 49ers fan? Mike's funny. My thoughts right now are sad because I know this Cinderella story for my Bears is almost over. Hopefully this is their new normal, but I think next year is going to be a much closer race. Yes, it will be. I think the Vikings will be better next year, hopefully, man. But I'll tell you this right now. Sorry about the train, but in my opinion, I wouldn't sleep on the Bears for the rest of the season, man. They are dangerous. Coming from a Viking fan opinion, the Bears are dangerous. Offensively, they're one of the best teams offensively. Their defense ain't all that, but if your offense is so high-powered, your offense can cover up some of the deficiencies on defense by not having the defense on the field as much, especially if you go on those 15-play drives. If you go on those 15-play drives and stuff like that, listen, and then you put the other team in a situation where it's like, all right, we down by like 14, we down by double digits going into the halftime. We might have to pass the ball a little bit more. Your defense can definitely do some damage, man, if a team is offensively one-dimensional because they're down by a few scores and they're trying to make a comeback. So I wouldn't sleep on the Bears, man. From a Viking fan opinion, bro, I got to give a lot of credit for when it comes to Ben Johnson and how he's coaching Caleb Williams. And, like, he made this offense one of the best offenses in the whole entire NFL. You know what I mean? That's a sign of a good coach, man. A second-year quarterback, first-year quarterback didn't have no clue. Well, he was all right. He wasn't too bad, but he wasn't the best, right, as a rookie. And then you get a whole new coach, a whole new offense, and this man's looking amazing. This man's looking amazing. Well-coached offense, improved offensive line, and Caleb is playing like lights out. Playing lights out. Coming from a Viking fan opinion. Much closer is close already, yeah. Yeah. No, I think he's talking about the like the Vikings and stuff. Like, it'll be closer when it comes to the Vikings, but that's what I'm assuming. But yeah, the NFC North is super close. When it comes to like majority of all the teams besides the Vikings are like, everybody's still alive besides the Vikings in the division. And there's only 3 games left. So I got to give credit to, man, the NFC North has definitely got some talented teams. I love it like this. I don't want to have a team be bad in the division. I want it to come down to the last 3 games. The unfortunate truth is my Vikings are last, though. That's what sucks right now. Yeah, I think they could beat the Packers. I mean, between the Vikings and Bears. Yeah, not enough letters to type. Yeah. I hope so. We're not home. Top weapons are out or limited. Yeah. Their defense was really good with turnovers. As long as they're averaging 2 turnovers a game, the defense is going to be tough to beat. Ben Johnson did a lot more. Yeah, yo, listen, I try not to even say that, bro, because it's too, like, respectfully speaking, for all the people that like Kevin O'Connell. I'm not saying that you guys don't have a right to like Kevin O'Connell. I like Kevin O'Connell somewhat. I'll say somewhat. But at the same time, it's like Kevin O'Connell could do no wrong. When the offense looks terrible and bottom like 30, right, in the whole NFL, oh, he's just trying to get his quarterback to develop. But when he does good, oh, Kevin O'Connell is a genius, and he knows what he's doing. It's like, dude, like, you can't have it both ways, bro. Like, you shouldn't be this bad, and you're supposed to be like this offensive genius. Oh, wow. Offensive genius, and it's just like, Like, adapt to what you have, bro. Know what you have on your team. That's the sign of a good head coach. If you have a quarterback that's not ready to run a full offense, like the full playbook, then simplify it, bro. Like, why is that so hard? Like, and then when he finally does it, the season is over. Like, I'm sorry. I have questions about Kevin O'Connell, and he better be better next year. He better be better next year for 2026. The Vikings should be in the playoffs right now. The Vikings should be in the playoff race right now if he would have simplified this offense after week 2. After week 2, he should have simplified this offense. Or whenever J.J. McCarthy came back from that high ankle sprain, he should have simplified the offense. You got this man looking crazy all season long, and now you want to say, I'm going to simplify the offense. Stop it. Green Bay Packers versus Chicago Bears is the game to watch next year. Yeah, we're going to beat the brakes off of both of them, respectfully speaking. Yeah, if we have a great pass rush or great health linebacker core, we might be healthier than the playoffs. Better than BJ. Yeah, Chicago. Yeah. What up? What's up, Mike? What's up, Michael? Let's go, baby. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure everybody that's in the building, make sure y'all super Hulk smash that like button. Can I get 20 likes? Can I get 20 likes, y'all? Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. And also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. There's a lot of evil going on around the whole entire world. And I want everybody to feel comfortable to talk that talk in the comments. And it's okay to agree to disagree in the comments. Be honest. Who wins tonight? You know what? That is a hard call. Hold up. Is it in Seattle? I'm not sure if it's home or away for Seattle. But I'm going to be honest with you. I just feel like Matthew Stafford's playing on another level right now, man. Like, listen, if he wins this game, I truly feel like Matthew Stafford's going to win MVP. Like, that's just my opinion. I might be wrong. But if he can win this game against the Seattle Seahawks, which they're both tied, I think what's their record? They tied in the division. If Matthew Stafford could get this dub, he gonna mess around with the MVP. Now, when it comes to the Seahawks, if the Seahawks can make a statement and beat the Rams, bro, hey, listen, we gonna have another discussion about MVP, and we're gonna have another discussion about, yeah, them Seahawks is the real deal on that football field, because people sleep on them Seahawks, man. They always talk about their offense. Their offense is really good, but that defense is lights out. Their defense is a playoff defense, meaning I can see that team play, like, I can see that defense winning some playoff games for them, man. That defense is really good. The team started to jail too late. Looking forward to next year. Yeah, Vikings, we took too long to jail. I think it wasn't even that. I think our defense was good all season long, pretty much. I think it was, and I hate to keep on bringing this up, man, but it's so true, in my honest opinion. This is just how I feel. I feel like the team is playing better because the head coach finally said, I'm going to simplify the offense. That's how I feel, y'all. And I ain't trying to make it seem like Kevin O'Connell's the worst coach of all time. But my gosh, bro, it don't take you week 14 to be like, oh, I'm going to simplify. Like, I'm sorry. I have to keep saying it because I truly feel like this was a wasted year when it comes to us possibly making it to the playoffs. We went 14-3 last year and couldn't even sniff the playoffs this year. And it wasn't because of, J.J. McCarthy was so bad. I think it was the play calling. The play calling was so bad and brutal to watch. Had our offense so bottom 30 offense all season long. Hey, listen, I truly feel like we could have did some damage this year. But it is what it is. I'm happy but I am happy that Kevin O'Connell took responsibility and he simplified the offense. And the proof is in the pudding. Right now, you see what's happening. You see what's happening with J.J. McCarthy. So I just want to see continued progression from this offense, because I ain't really worried about the defense the rest of this year. It's really the offense, man, and seeing what my guy J.J. McCarthy can do for the rest of the season. But Yeah. You got Seattle. The Detroit Lions are still threat in the NFC North. Oh, yeah, of course. It started too late because Kevin O'Connell is mentally slow about 10 weeks. Yeah, man. Like, people want to give Kevin O'Connell so much credit. I don't know why people want to do that. Like, he has a couple of winning seasons. Oh, but what did he do in the playoffs, though? Like I said, I'll take a average season and do damage in the playoffs than have a great season winning 14 games and then you lose in the wild card round because you don't make no adjustments and your offense is so freaking bad. Like, come on, bro. Why do we keep putting this dude on a pedestal, bro? Like, this guy hasn't done anything for people to be like, oh my gosh, he's like the best coach ever. Like, no. Bears fan here, please beat the Lions and Packers. Thanks. Hey, listen, bro. We're going to try our best, but I'm going to tell you this right now. They might not even play it. We might mess around and win, though. I don't know. I know the Lions are going to play their A game because they got to win out. We'll see what happens, though. We'll definitely see what happens, but shout out to you. Everybody that's in the building, I need 4 more likes. Everybody in the building that hasn't hit the like button, what are you waiting for? It's free. It won't cost you a single penny. Make sure you Super Hawk smash that like button and also hit that subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. He said, Minnesota Viking fans and Bears fans can agree we hate Packers. Yeah, I thought it was kind of wild when Kevin O'Connell said he was going to. No, it don't make sense. And everybody's giving Kevin O'Connell all these excuses. I don't understand it, bro. Like, Kevin O'Connell has never won a playoff game. He has never won a playoff game. So I don't understand why people are so like, I don't know, man. I don't understand why people are so like stuck on Kevin O'Connell like he could do no wrong. Like, he hasn't won any games. Just walking in this snow right here, not trying to bust my behind. Regardless of whoever gets the 5 seed is going to have a tough fight because it's going against the Rams. Yep. Now that we are eliminated from the playoffs, I'm going to make a change. Can only coordinate. Right, bro. For real. Can we have a discussion of Stafford over Rodgers all time? All right, now let me say this, man. I will give you that. If Matthew Stafford could win MVP this year, I could probably give it to you, maybe. I gotta look at the statistics and all that. But Matthew Stafford is very, very good. Matthew Stafford is one of the GOATs. And if he can win a Super Bowl this year, then he's definitely gonna be better than Aaron Rodgers. Like, I say that respectfully because Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest. I don't know, man, because it's very hard to call because I know how good Aaron Rodgers was in his prime. But it's very, very hard to call. I will agree with that. Can we have Kevin O'Connell is the truth. JJ just needs more reps. Listen. I'm going to have to respectfully, we're going to have to agree to disagree. How can he be the truth if you're the head coach and you don't make adjustments until week 14 when the season is over for your starting quarterback? And I agree with the statement of he needs more reps. That's obvious, right? He needs more reps. But you still, as a head coach, have to coach. You have to coach up your team. You have to get your team ready for the next game. You can't be like, all right, I'm putting it all on my quarterback. I don't really got to coach. I don't really got to come up with a game plan. I don't got to make no adjustments. I don't have to do anything. I'm just the head coach. No, you're the head coach. He doesn't make no adjustments. And in my opinion, if he's the truth, then why does he get out-coached in the playoffs every time he makes it to the playoffs? Why does he get out-coached every time he makes it to the playoffs? Why does it seem like our offense is absolutely horrible in the playoffs? We won 14-3. We went 14-3, and our offense couldn't do a dang on thing against the Rams. And then people are going to say the excuse, well, our offensive line was hurt. Okay, that's true. But everybody got hurt. Nobody has a complete healthy team when you get to the playoffs. Nobody's using that as an excuse every single time they lose. Every time. You got to make adjustments. You got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. Vibes, you got any, not yet, bro. Not yet. I'm still trying to, I gotta look up the cornerback room and the safety room. Once I look at the cornerback room and safety room, then I'm gonna go from there. I'm looking at cornerback and safety. Those are my two position groups that I'm like interested in right now. Stafford being better than Rodgers wouldn't call into question how good Rodgers was as a quarterback. Kevin O'Connell just needs to give up play calling duties or find a job elsewhere. Exactly. I agree with that. Too evil was good. We can always sign Kyler for you, Mike. Oh, don't do that. Don't do it. Please, no. I listen, and I try to be respectful when I said, like I made a short earlier this morning. I said, yo, man, all this Kyler Murray rumors to the Minnesota Vikings, it's just brutal to me, man. It's brutal. It's like someone getting a fork and running it down a chalkboard, an old school chalkboard. It was brutal to me. Like I would, or they trying to scratch the chalkboard with their bare fingernails. I don't want Kyler Murray in the purple and gold, and I say that respectfully, bro. I'm not saying Kyler Murray isn't talented. I just don't want him, man. I just don't want him in the Minnesota Viking uniform. Kevin O'Connell is only effective doing play calls. He sucks at coaching decisions. Bro, I don't even know about play calls, bro. Shit. Like, listen, now he's looking all right. He looking good now. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Mike, you're 100 right. He would go from a 3 to 4 all-time in minor error. Not big difference, but also a A-Rod hater with no shame about it as a Bears fan. Yeah. I like Aaron Rodgers, man. I like Aaron Rodgers, man. He was different, man. I'm surprised he didn't get more than one Super Bowl. He said, Miami Dolphins bench tool in the market next year. If y'all team looking for a bridge quarterback tool is average. Yeah. Yeah, talk to you. All right, bro. Going to the chill. Watch the random stuff. Okay, bro. Be easy, man. He said injuries, bro. Injuries are on every team, bro. All right, now let me ask you this question. If you was the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, right, and you know half of your offensive line is hurt, right? I'm talking about if you was the head coach, would you still run an offense where you have to wait for the play to develop 20 yards down the field, or would you try to run some quick plays, some short passes, maybe try to run the ball? Because I always say pass blocking is harder than run blocking. Why don't you try running the ball and changing up the offense a little bit? That's called coaching. That's called adjusting to what you have. If you have injured players, then you adjust to what you have on the field, not the other way around and say, I'm still going to run my offense and be stubborn and say, I'm going to run my offense regardless of my team being injured. My team being injured and we don't have the necessary talented players to run this offense, but I'm going to be stubborn because I'm Kevin O'Connell and I know what's best. Really, you don't know what's best. And we lost a lot of games because we were hurt, but he did the adjustments to the injuries. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion, bro. If you was the head coach, what kind of offense would you run? And like I said, injuries are part of the game. I understand it, but that's part of being a coach. You got to adjust to what you have on the football field. It's like the 49ers ain't complaining. They lost a lot of players this season. They lost their quarterback for multiple games as well. They're still in the playoff race. So what's their excuse? Why can't we adjust like the 49ers? So the 49ers they don't talk about injuries. They still winning. They still winning with all those injuries. And let me say this. And on top of all that, bro, our defense been playing lights out for most of the season. Our defense is a top 10 defense, and we still can't win because our offense is bottom 30. Even with a developmental quarterback, our offense should not be this bad. Even with our quarterback missing multiple games, you should be able to develop and figure out who your backup quarterback is. You waited to the freaking like 2 weeks prior to the dang on season to get Carson Wentz because you knew Sam Howell was so bad. You didn't even want to see Sam Howell after that one preseason game. You said, oh, he's terrible. We're going to get Carson Wentz. Luckily, Carson Wentz was actually okay for a couple of games before he destroyed his shoulder. Luckily, if it wasn't for him, our season would be even worse than this. Our season would be absolutely horrible, like even worse than what it is. When I'm talking about record-wise, I mean. You know what I mean? Like this, that's how bad the developing and management of this team when it comes to our head coach. Nobody wants to give Kevin O'Connell any type of like accountability for nothing. But if the offense looks good, everybody's gonna say it's because of Kevin O'Connell. He's a genius. But when the offense looks bad, oh, it's never Kevin O'Connell. It's the quarterback and it's all him. No, it's a combination of everything. And he's the head coach. When you're the executive chef and the food is coming out, say you're the executive chef of a restaurant, right? And your food is coming out raw and your food is coming out not cooked or overcooked. Hey, listen, they're not going to look at the chefs, but like if it comes out a couple of times raw, right? They're not going to look at the head chef. They're going to look at the executive chef like, yo, what's going on? I'm paying $100 for this meal and you're telling me I'm getting raw food? The executive chef is going to have to take responsibility, especially if that person gets sick. They're going to take responsibility. I like the Vikings taking the running back Love in the draft. Yeah, everybody, but this is my only issue. Everybody is saying Love, and I would love to get Love, right? For some Notre Dame, right? The only issue is if Kevin O'Connell is the head coach, do you think he's going to run the ball? Is he going to run the ball with a talented running back like Love? That's my question. Because you can have Love in the draft. Like say you draft him, you get lucky enough to draft him. What's the point of drafting him so high up if your head coach doesn't like to run the ball? Jags going to the bowl. Jags have a chance. Always thanks to keep your head up, Mike video. Some people needed to hear that. Oh, yeah, Mike, you already know the vibes, Mike. You already know the Vikes, man. You already know the vibes, bro. You already know the vibes. I agree. Timberwolves need to trade for... Oh, my gosh, that would be nasty. Him and Ant-Man, you ain't lying, Too Evil. But, nah, we don't want Rudy. Stop. See, you messing up the vibes. You messing up the vibes. You are messing up the vibes. Kevin O'Connell is slow to adjust in game to game. B-flow adjusts drive to drive. He is the master at it. Bro, but people put Kevin O'Connell as like he could do no wrong. And when I say something about Kevin O'Connell, they always go, well, it's because of the quarterback. And I agree, like he needs to get more reps. That's obvious, right? But at the same time, if you know he needs more reps, why are you giving him the whole offense knowing that he's struggling with that offense? You adjust to what he got going on. And I'm not trying to take all the responsibility away from JJ McCarthy, but I'm just giving you my opinion. I might be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. I'm just giving you my opinion. I believe I'm right about this, but I could be wrong to a lot of people. I feel like most of the problems with this offense was not the quarterback developing and even with the injuries. I think it's because we have a head coach that does not believe in adjusting to what's happening on the football field or what we have on the football field. He says, well, no matter what, I'm going to run my style of offense regardless of what the offense is looking like. It could be brutally bad and put our defense on the field for more than a quarter a game, but he doesn't care. He's not going to make the adjustments. And when I hear Viking fans keep telling me, which is your opinion, it's all good, we just going to have to agree to disagree. When they tell me that Kevin O'Connell is that guy or he can do no wrong or he's really that good, I'm like, Can you give me a time when he won a Super Bowl as a head coach? Can you give me a time where he won a playoff game as a head coach? Can you give me a time that he didn't get out-coached when it counted the most in the most important games? Because he got out-coached against the Lions last year to get the first seed, and he got out-coached against the Rams in the wild card round. Those are the two most brutal losses to me. And then people are going to blame the quarterback like they did. They blame Sam Darnold, right? They said Sam Darnold just doesn't have it. You know what I mean? Including myself. So I'm going to put myself in that category as well. I was like, oh, man, Kevin O'Connell was that guy. I fell for it as well. But it's the same results. He did it with Kirk Cousins. He did it with everybody. Every quarterback that he had, bro. Tua might be the right quarterback to play the competition. Oh, man, I do not want him. Making Kirko change Sammy D, bro, show in 9 run the same offense means he is very limited as a coordinator. Kyle Shanahan runs different. Yes, thank you. Kyle Shanahan runs different offenses depending which quarterback he has out there. Oh my gosh, bro. Listen, bro. Everything you just said was 100% facts in my opinion. That shows his limitations of a coach. If you have to run the same offense for every quarterback you have, you ran the same offense with Kirk Cousins. You ran the same offense with Sam Darnold. You ran the same offense with Nick Mullins, Joshua Dobbs. Who else was the quarterback? Carson Wentz and J.J. McCarthy. Like, he doesn't make adjustments to no quarterback, bro. No quarterback. That's why I said Kyler Murray wouldn't be a good answer in my opinion. I think the best answer, right, if they was going to bring in a quarterback, and I hate to say it, I'm not going to say I hate to say it. Like, Joe Burrow would be a perfect quarterback for this offense, right, for his style of offense. Also, like a Justin Herbert, right, or like or on a lesser quarterback that's not like as good as those two, I'll say like a Mac Jones. But honestly, bro, like listen, we should be able to win with the quarterback we have now, in my honest opinion. I really feel like that. I think, and I'm not saying that I've seen 100% enough of what J.J. McCarthy is definitely the franchise quarterback, but I've seen some glimpse of I don't want to say greatness, but that he can actually play. He can actually play, in my honest opinion. It's just the coaching for me. It really is. It's just the coaching. And I hate repeating myself, but it's like I'm not really going to battle with people that are Viking fans, but I'm kind of like going back and forth with Viking fans. It's just like, yo, we going to have to agree to disagree with this whole Kevin O'Connell stuff, man, because I haven't seen this guy coach like to the point where he's adjusting to what's happening. Like, for instance, right, when we went against the Rams, right, last year in the wild card game, when we had Sam Darnold, right, our offense was brutally terrible. Our offense was absolutely horrible in that first half. Even in the second half, our defense was horrible as well. But you know what Brian Flores did? In that second half, the Rams only scored a field goal, to my knowledge. In that second half, the Rams only scored 1 field goal in that whole entire half. That's what's called an adjustment. That's what Brian Flores did. But what did KOC do in the second half? Not enough. I'll tell you that. Not enough. So I'm just saying, man, is he the guy? I'm not saying he is when it comes to Kevin O'Connell, but I'm leaning towards no more than anything. I'm not going to sit here and cap with y'all. Like, I really believe Kevin O'Connell, like my bull Mike said, he might just need to be just an offensive coordinator, bro. He might just need to be not a head coach, an offensive coordinator. But not for this quarterback, not for J.J. McCarthy. We need someone that's more like I don't know what coach we would need, but I would love to have a Ben Johnson, but that's like, we can't get him, so there ain't nothing we can do about that. But the best team in the NBA is OKC Thunder. Nobody's beating them. Nah, you never know, bro. You never know. Nobody wants to. Trying to watch my step, man. People be letting their dogs just poop on this trail, bro. Like, I never understood why people let their dogs just poop all over the place, man. Like, I'm so irritated about it. Like, it's like, have some respect. Like, Like, if you have your dog on this trail, like, make sure you have a bag or something. Or have your dog poop in the grass. Why you got your dog pooping in the middle of the trail? I hate to complain, but it's like, what is wrong with people? Like, why is it so difficult to pick up the poop or to put the poop or have your dog poop on the grass? I'm sorry I'm talking about this right now, but I'm just being honest, man. I'm just frustrated because if you're a dog owner and I love dogs myself, like if I was walking my dog out here, I'm gonna pick up the poop, bro. Like, what are we doing? Nobody wants to. KOC is executive chef. Then McCarthy is the word. That's funny. Mike, what's good? And you can't run with no offensive line. Well, I'll say this. You'll be able to run better than you can pass block. I'll take my chances with running the ball than pass blocking and trying to block for 3 seconds every time you hike the ball. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. I always say I think run blocking is so much easier than pass blocking. If you was to run the ball, even if it wasn't like successfully, like say it wasn't like between like 3.5 to 5.5 a carry. Say it's like 2 point something. At least you're still trying to do something so you're not one-dimensional. So the pass rushers can't be like, oh, we just know you're going to pass every time. Which knowing the pass ain't doing nothing, you gotta keep the defense honest, bro. You can't be one-dimensional, especially with a quarterback that's struggling. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Kwesi needs to be fired. KLC isn't getting the axe with the record he has. He will have to suck for at least one more year, maybe two. Yeah, and that's the difference between, like, and I hate to say this because I can't stand the Eagles. The Eagles got rid of a Super Bowl winning coach. They got rid of a Super Bowl winning coach because he wasn't on the same page. He wasn't on the same page with the GM. And the GM said, okay, I'll get another coach. Go get you another job then, brother. Right? And they got another coach, and they got to 2 Super Bowls after that and won 1. Kevin O'Connell, even though he has a good regular season record, what does that even matter? What does it matter if you're not winning playoff games? Like, playoff games is so much more important. I understand you have to have a good enough record to even get to the playoffs, and like I understand that. But say you're not even, say you have a great regular season, and then you get to the playoffs and you just lose the wild card round every time. Every time, bro. Pistons will stomp the Thunder. Ooh, I don't know about that. Nobody wants to. Yeah, that is true. Shout out to Ant. Like a bug. What's good? They are tipped. What's going on, everybody? You said no one wants to give Kevin O'Connell blame, but I've been calling this. No, not you specifically, bro. I'm talking about like a lot of other people put Kevin O'Connell on this pedestal, man. They put him on this pedestal. I don't understand it. Not you specifically, bro. But you could, like, I'm telling you, all the comments I get, right? And everybody's entitled to their own opinion. We just gonna have to agree to disagree. A lot of people make it seem like Kevin O'Connell is like this great coach and he hasn't done anything in the playoffs. Hasn't done anything. And I feel like he's the biggest reason why J.J. McCarthy didn't have a much better rookie season. Yeah, I know it's going to be ups and downs. Even if he had to simplify the offense after week 2, it's going to be some ups and downs. I understand it. But it'll be less downs than it's been this year if he would have simplified it earlier in the season and ran the offense the way he's been running it these last 2 games. Even though they're against one of the worst defenses in the game, he did beat the Lions. J.J. McCarthy did beat the Bears. I just don't understand it, man, because my mindset is Super Bowl. My mindset is not regular season. Because we could go 17-0 and lose in the wild card. Or not in the wild card. We're losing the after the bye week, because we'll most likely have the bye week, right? Because that's how I don't have confidence in Kevin O'Connell when it comes to making adjustments at halftime. I don't even have, like, I just don't. He just seems like I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not trying to be negative, man. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope he proves me wrong. Like, I hope he does. See, I'm not going to cheer against Kevin O'Connell so he can get fired. I'm cheering for Kevin O'Connell. But at the same time, I keep hearing this stuff about Kevin O'Connell as if he won a Super Bowl or as if he won a playoff game as a head coach. I gotta be specific because he did get a Super Bowl, but he wasn't the head coach. They even said he wasn't even the play caller. He wasn't even calling the plays. Like, so it's like, what did he even do? Like, and I say that respectfully. What did he do if he wasn't calling the plays? I have a hot take. Russell Wilson will be on the Vikings next year. Oh my gosh, please no. Please no. I feel like since KOC had winning seasons with Case Keenum, Kirk Cousins, and Tim Darnold as play caller, he don't have to adjust. Well, that's the sign of a good coach, though. Like, if you have a quarterback that's not the type of quarterback that's like a slinger, like that just slings the ball all the time, like a Matthew Stafford, and you have a quarterback that really plays off of that, like that play action. He plays off of the run. Like Jared Goff is not Matthew Stafford, right? Like they're two different types of quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson is not Matthew Stafford. They're like, all right, so if we had Lamar Jackson, right? This is what Kevin O'Connell would do. He would run the offense like we had a Matthew Stafford, like we had a Kirk Cousins. He would not adjust to Lamar Jackson and what he does good. He would literally keep the offense like a Matthew Stafford ran offense. Like it'll be terrible. It'll be a terrible offense, bro. I'm telling you. Not to say that Lamar Jackson can't throw the ball, because I believe he really can throw the ball. And I think he's underrated with his arm talent. But he's not, he's different. Just like Matthew Stafford can't run a Lamar Jackson offense. That's my point, y'all. Like he the type of dude, like Kevin O'Connell's the type of dude, it don't matter who the quarterback is. He's going to run the way he wants to run it. But my whole thing is, like I said, I do give him credit for adjusting, but I think it's just a little too late. It's a little too late, bro. You made this offense look this bad all season long, bro. You're the head coach. You're the head coach. And don't nobody want to get this man accountability. Not enough people, I'm saying. I'm talking about not enough people. Keenum was way before. Yeah. He said Keenum. I just bypassed that, bleed. Keenum was that was Mike Zimmer's guy. You going back to Mike Zimmer. I miss Case Keenum. Remember, like, when Case Keenum was doing his thing with Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen? You know the crazy thing? Like, I was telling some of my people, like, yo, we just caught another case. Because, get it? Caught another case, Case Keenum. So, I was just telling people, yo, we caught another case. Case Keenum was pretty good with the Vikings that one year. That was a good year. I like that year. And guess what? He won numerous playoff games that year and got us to the NFC Championship game that year. Never mind. I'm trying to be nice, y'all. I'm trying to be nice. Because I know people like Kevin O'Connell. I don't want y'all feeling like, oh, I'm just trying to attack Kevin O'Connell. Because like I said, I want the best for Kevin O'Connell. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Salute to everybody that's in the building, man. God bless to everybody that's in the building. I hope you're having a good day. And if you're not having a good day, I hope it gets better. You know what I mean? Happy holidays to everybody. And we're going to see what happens this upcoming season. But we're going to enjoy these last 3 weeks. And I'm hoping that J.J. McCarthy can still do great these last 3 games, because he's going against another bad defense. Like the Giants' defense is horrible. It's worse than the Cowboys and the Commanders' defense. So I'm expecting J.J. McCarthy and Kevin O'Connell's offense to like really do well. I'm expecting it to be a good game. I think it might be closer than people expect. But I will say this, man, we should win this game. People don't want us to win, and I agree with certain. I agree somewhat because you want to get that draft. You want a higher draft pick, but I don't know. Who do you want backup quarterback next season, Mike? Your guy Carson Wentz. It's like now, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I want, if he doesn't retire, I want Joe Flacco. I want Joe Flacco to be the backup quarterback. Yeah, I want Joe Flacco to be the backup quarterback. A veteran, he's up there. He knows how to play. Even at his age, he can still sling the ball. I'm confident in Joe Flacco. I would want Joe Flacco. I said it last offseason, and I'm saying it now. If we can get a Joe Flacco, I'm cool with that. Give me a Joe Flacco. I mean, but I get it. I get it, though, because I know that y'all probably thinking like, okay, all right, so if we, for instance, right, you probably thinking like, I want a quarterback that can challenge J.J. McCarthy to potentially take his job eventually if he doesn't show up. So I get that. So another backup quarterback, if you was thinking like that, hey, listen, I don't know, man. I gotta really look into it. I know it ain't gonna be Max Brosman. I know that. Thank you, Mike. Hello. Good morning. Or good afternoon, my bad. Joe Flacco is highly desired, might be. Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, because I'm thinking of like a mentor type guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking of like a mentor type guy. But you're right. He's going to be very hard to obtain in the offseason. But at the same time, that's my dream case scenario. And I got to think of another young quarterback. There's always rumors out there. They talking about, like, I heard someone talk about Zach Wilson, which I'm not feeling the Zach Wilson at all. Someone said maybe even trade for Mac Jones. I'm not trading for Mac Jones because as soon as, I'm telling you right now, you get a quarterback like him, he's not a bad quarterback. You get a quarterback like that in one game that J.J. McCarthy plays that's not good. Oh, man, Mac Jones time. You know what I mean? He said old man Rivers might be available next year too. Nah, man, I don't want Phillip Rivers. I like Phillip Rivers, but I'll take Joe Flacco, man. I think Joe Flacco is like the perfect backup, man. I really wish that we would have got him. I really wish. It's unfortunate we couldn't get him. Matt Jones is too expensive to trade for. Yeah, that's another thing. So what you think will be for, like, all right, so who else would you think? Tua, Kyler Murray? Like, Kyler Murray, what's his contract look like? I just feel like he wouldn't be the right type of quarterback for us. I just feel like he wouldn't be the right quarterback for this team. Just my opinion. You could definitely have him. I think they didn't give up much for him. You talking about Joe? I don't know, man. I think Joe might be like my bull Evil said. I think people gonna really want Joe Flacco. I think they're gonna really want him. I've been saying let's get Joe for a minute. But I don't think the Vikings are going. But you know what's so crazy? Joe Flacco's the type of dude that could run a Kevin O'Connell's offense, though. Like, he'll be perfect for this type of offense. Like, that's the funny thing. Yeah, Bengals have a fifth round from. Okay. Yeah, right. You could easily give him that. Yeah, that's true. But what route would the Vikings go in? Do they want a veteran that like really knows how to play, but you know it's ceiling for Joe Flacco? You know what I mean? You kind of know the ceiling right now. He's up there, but he knows how to play, right? He's a veteran and all that. But or do you want a quarterback that's like that has that potentially has a higher ceiling, someone that's younger, that can potentially challenge JJ McCarthy for his job? So like, I don't know what the Vikings are thinking this offseason. Like, and it really depends after these 3 games. Like after these 3 games, bro, it's going to determine what direction the Vikings will go. Because if JJ McCarthy doesn't look good, I truly believe they're going to really go all in on something. I don't know who it's going to be, but they're going to try to make a blockbuster trade. That's just my gut feeling. That's just my gut feeling. We'll see what happens though. It's weird because it seems the coaching style that Kevin O'Connell prefers would work for most quarterbacks being brought in, while McCarthy needs Kevin O'Connell's simple coaching style, which Kevin C. hit. Exactly. That's why I'm like, did y'all not know what type of quarterback he was when you drafted him? Like, what kind of quarterback? Like, you know what's crazy? Mike Zimmer and JJ McCarthy, that would have been a great matchup. A great matchup. Because you know what Mike Zimmer loves to do. He loves to run the ball. He loves to run the ball and play off of that run game. See, Mike Zimmer and JJ McCarthy would have been an absolute perfect combination. But like I said, in my opinion, Kevin O'Connell had a lot of say in drafting JJ McCarthy, just like Kwesi, of course. And I feel like I said, they wanted to get Drake May, couldn't make it happen because Drake May would have been the perfect player for this offense. And I feel like they kind of settled a little bit when it comes to JJ McCarthy. And the reason why I say settle, because if you watch his NFL, like his college career, he wasn't throwing the ball 40 times. And he was like, he handed the ball off a lot. Even, not saying he can't make the throws because he can't make the throws, but it's like, for the offense that you're trying to run, Kevin O'Connell, did you not understand? Like, I understand he has a strong arm. I understand he can probably make any throw, to be honest with you. But did you not notice what this man was doing in college? It's like, dude, why would you go a different route from what he's good at? Like, until he gets used to the offense. Honestly, wouldn't worry about too much. One of KFC's major strength is being a quarterback mentor himself. All right, man. We gonna see. I hope you're right, bro. Hey, listen. I hope you're right. I'm hoping that I am proven wrong about Kevin O'Connell. I am not cheering against Kevin O'Connell, because cheering against Kevin O'Connell is cheering against the Vikings, and I won't do that. But what I will say is I haven't seen anything when it comes to adjustments. Even like when we went to the playoffs, I haven't seen any adjustments. Even when we had Kirk Cousins, I didn't see no adjustments. Even though Kirk Cousins was really good with the Vikings, he was the best he's been. But I'm talking about like later in the season, he wasn't trying to run the ball. Even with Sam Darnold, he wasn't trying to run the ball. He didn't make no adjustments. And yeah, our offensive line was banged up, but you have to adapt to what you have. And Kwesi made a great move last offseason, signing Cam Robinson after Christian Darrisaw went down. And like I said, you can't be one-dimensional. I don't care how good of a quarterback you have throwing the ball. It could be Tom Brady. It could be Peyton Manning. It could be Patrick Mahomes. You got to run the ball somewhat, man. You can't just not run the ball, especially if you don't have the type of offense like the Patriots had, like when they was running like the quick pass, short passes, the Welker and what's his name? Welker and what's the other wide receiver they had? Edelman, I think. Edelman. They was doing like a lot of short passes, and that short pass will go for like a 10-yard pass or a 10-yard play or a 20-yard play. So it's just like if you're not even utilizing the quick game, the quick passes, that's kind of like your run game. Then what the heck? What are we doing? Especially when your offensive line is hurt. Kelsey has been a good mentor to veteran. That's a good point. He's been a good mentor to veteran quarterbacks. He hasn't been a good mentor towards like young up and coming quarterbacks. He hasn't been that. I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to make anybody feel no type of way. But look, he still has time to do it. See, he hasn't done it up to this point, I would say. But it doesn't mean he can't do it now. It doesn't mean that he can't mentor J.J. McCarthy now and make him be a better quarterback by the game plan, by the play calling. Play calling means so much, man. And if you're not a veteran quarterback and you don't know all the defenses in the NFL because it's your first year, you're kind of going, I don't want to say you're going in there blind, but you're putting all your belief into your play calling. So you're just going to run what Kevin O'Connell says to do, and you're not going to really audible out of it all like that because you're going to believe in what he does. But if you have like an Aaron Rodgers or a quarterback that's a vet, I'm not going to say Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to say Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins. When you have those type of quarterbacks, they can just audible out and be like, all right, I'm going to do this because that play ain't going to work. Because at the end of the day, I'm on the field. Kevin O'Connell's on the sideline calling the plays. I see what's happening on that football field. So that's what makes it easier for like a Sam Darnold because he's a vet. And Kirk Cousins, he was a vet. So he could just audible out a bad play. J.J. McCarthy, I mean, I do see him audible. I do see him do it, but I don't know. Kevin O'Connell hates a lot of things, especially running the ball. Yeah. You don't like running the ball. Fire Kevin O'Connell, bring back Zimmer. Nah, they would never bring back Zimmer. Would have been a good combination too. Yes, exactly, but they didn't want him. Well, I don't know what happened with that situation. Scouting McCarthy beforehand and paying attention to the offense style they played would have also helped. Facts, bro. Facts. They just need to move on from both JJ's, both injury-prone start from scratch Vikes. Move on from both JJ's. What you mean? Are you talking about Justin Jefferson and JJ McCarthy? What you mean, bro? Yo, I hear the Joe. Yeah, I hear the Joe Burrow rumors, bro. I hear them all the time. I'm also starting to hear, like, hold on. I'm hearing the Kyler Murray rumors. Oh crap! I'm all in the problem with JJ at quarterback is that he, in fact, is an average quarterback. His talent is limited. Well, we'll see. I feel like JJ McCarthy didn't have the best coaching around him, in my opinion. We'll see if Kevin O'Connell can prove me wrong, but I just don't think he's the right coach for JJ McCarthy. But maybe I'm wrong. So, to be a good team, you must have great running backs. Vikes have none. I think running backs are very important. I think running backs are slept on. But the thing about it is the Vikings have some good running backs, though. The only issue that I have is you don't run the ball enough. When you're averaging 5.0 a carry or 5.2 a carry, that is pretty darn good. But if your head coach doesn't want to run the ball, it doesn't really matter. So you can have a good running game or a good running back, but if your coach doesn't like running the ball, like I said, what does it really matter? He said, nah, bro, I promise you, Kyler Murray is the worst NFL quarterback I've ever seen. That's funny. Yes, hit that like button, everybody that's in the building. Hit that like button, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. You know, I just want people to be able to come on this channel and just be yourself, talk that talk in the comments. You know what I mean? It's okay to agree to disagree. I know I know for a fact there's a lot of Viking fans that disagree with me or what I'm saying about Kevin O'Connell. But it's okay though. It's okay. It ain't that bad. You know what I mean? It's all right. It's okay to disagree with people. That's what makes the world special. Not everybody's gonna think the same way. But from what I'm watching right now is the Vikings, in my honest opinion, there's a big question mark for the rest of this season when it comes to the quarterback and how they're going to do things. Because if he looks good, there's nothing that anybody's going to say. He's going to have at least 2026 to play. But if JJ McCarthy doesn't look good in these last 3 games or look solid in these last 3 games, I'm telling you, they're not going to give him a lot of time in 2026. They're not. They might make a blockbuster move in the offseason. So these last 3 games are so important. And also, these last 3 games for Kevin O'Connell was so important. And also, these last 3 games for Brian Flores is so important. Because what Brian Flores is going to do, if he continues to have a top, like say his offense is top 10. He's going to say, I have a top 10 offense, and I had to do this despite the offense being a 30th ranked for like the whole season pretty much. Bottom of the barrel offense all season long. Despite my offense not looking good, guess what? My defense still held it down. So that's what he's going to use to a lot of people. For a lot of people, this is good on his resume. So I don't expect Brian Flores to be like, I don't expect him to be on the Vikings next season. I'll be happy if he is, but I don't expect it, bro. I really don't. Don't expect it. Should have kept Aaron Jones, man. Yeah, I love Aaron Jones. Dude, I'm not a Vikes fan, so maybe I'm biased. Look at what the Rams have done. Duplicate that Vikes. Yeah. Rams have a very, very good head coach. The Rams also have a all-time great quarterback. The Rams also have some dogs on that defensive side or on the defensive line. Rams got a lot of good stuff, man. But it does help to have a offensive-minded good coach that knows how to adapt to what's going on. I'm telling you, Kevin O'Connell, you picked on in school by a running back, so he hates them to this day. No one will change my mind. Probably. You okay, my gotta run. Take care. Stay warm. All right, man. You too, bro. Salute to everybody in the building, man. I'm about to get off myself. I'm not trying to step in this dog poop. I already stepped in it once, so I'm trying to not step in dog poop again. So, Too Evil, I blame you. Too Evil, I blame you. I stepped in dog poop. It was a big piece too, man. Big piece of dog poop. I said, oh my gosh, man. So I'm like trying to step in the snow, trying to get this poop off my dang on sneaker. It's crazy, man. He said, you can't just say duplicate. Kevin O'Connell doesn't like running the ball, so there is no, yeah. It depends on the coach, right? Like, if the coach was the same, it'll be different, but the coach, we talking about levels to the game. We talking about 2 different coaches. We talking about a great coach versus a solid coach. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest here, man. Like, I don't know yet. But I also get where you coming from. I'm not sure if he, this is just, I think this is what he's saying. Like, duplicate, like that's what we should do. And he's comparing what they have, but the only problem is you can't compare because the coaches are 2 different types of coaches. They have a better They have a better offense in general. And they have an all-time great quarterback that can run the offense. That's why I say, like, an all-time great quarterback can cover up deficiencies on your team. I don't even know the weaknesses of the Rams. You know what I mean? I don't know what their weakness is because they're such a well-coached team. Like, I don't watch the Rams every game. So, like, I don't see the weaknesses. All I see is Matthew Stafford throwing dimes. All I see is their defense making plays when they need to make a play. Now, I'm pretty sure their defense ain't all that. They do got some talented players, though, on defense. But their offense is really good. Their offense is definitely up there. They're definitely probably like top 5. The Vikes have one of the oldest teams. Yes, that's true. We have one of the oldest teams in the NFL. So, we got a lot of draft picks, but my only question is this. Like, what are we going to do, like, in the draft? What direction are the Vikes going to go in the draft? And I'm going to talk about that probably on another live stream. But it's crazy that this season is, like, almost over, man. I'm still stuck on, like, wow, this NFL season is about to be over. You can't say. Mason and Aaron Jones both did great running the ball. There were games where averaged 8 yards a carry and refused to let them. Yes, bro, it don't make sense. That's my issue, man. And people don't want to see that. Some people don't want to see that. That's why I say, like, I feel like they put J.J. McCarthy in a bad situation, man. That's just my gut. That's just my opinion. I feel like I'm not going to say they, I'm going to say he put J.J. McCarthy in a situation where it's just like, dog, like, even with our offensive line being hurt, we were running the ball pretty good in some games, and he just got away from it. I don't know what to say to that. Overlooked. Kevin O'Connell is still kind of a young and up-and-coming coach. He and JJ both could level up in a big way next year. I can see that. Yeah. I feel like he can level up. He's still a young dude. My only thing is this. But you can still be young and be stubborn. You know, some of the youngest people could be stubborn and stuck in their ways. Now, I get what you're saying. And I'm hoping that you are 100% right. I get it. But I'm more confident. Does it sound crazy to say this, y'all? I'm more confident in J.J. McCarthy than I am in our coaching staff. Like our offensive coaching, like our whole offense. Offensive line coach, or everything on offense. I'm more confident. But I'm more confident in J.J. McCarthy. Like, I think he actually can be a good quarterback. Now, me saying that doesn't mean it's going to happen, though. You know what I mean? Like, I hope it happens. But I just hope that they can just adjust together, like you say, adjust and be great together. I want them to be an all-time great quarterback and coach combination and be the next Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. Like, that would be awesome. I would love that to happen. I want a dynasty. Listen, I don't just want one Super Bowl. When we start winning our Super Bowls, I want to win multiple Super Bowls. I'm being greedy. I want multiple Super Bowls. I want to get to the point where I want teams that do not like the Vikings because we win so dang on much. They're kind of like the Chiefs. Oh, I can't stand the Chiefs. I don't know what kind of print these are, y'all. Look at these prints. Oh, that's a dog. That's a dog. Never mind, that's a dog. Gotta be a dog. But they call him quarterback whisperer. He saved Darnold and Danny Dimes. Yeah, I think Danny Dimes did that by himself. Yo, he just went to a team that believed in him. But I will say, the Sam Darnold, I was not expecting Sam Darnold to be that good. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and cap. I said, that's why I gave Kevin O'Connell so much credit. I'm like, yo, how you make this guy look this good, bro? Like, Sam Darnold was considered a bust. You know what I mean? Sam Darnold was considered a bust prior to coming to the Vikings. So, I got to give him some credit, man. He was absolutely, he did his thing with Sam Darnold. He definitely did. But can he do the same thing with J.J. McCarthy? That's all I'm saying. I don't even care about Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold ain't coming back no more. I'm caring about J.J. McCarthy. Can he coach my guy? Forget the past quarterbacks that he coached. What about the present quarterback on this team? Can he coach my guy? You know what I mean? 27 game win streak inbound. Hey, listen, if it happens, bro. Listen, bro, I'll be the happiest Viking fan. We listen, us Viking fans will be celebrating Super Bowls. Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. BJ, what's going on, BJ? I got his whole name now. What up, bro? How you feel after Sunday? Oh my gosh, man. I feel good, man. I feel that JJ McCarthy's coming along. I understand that it's not against a good defense, but I'm just cheering for the young man. I'm hoping the young man keeps doing what he's doing, man. JJ McCarthy, and I'm gonna say this. I disagree with people saying that he shouldn't have done the gritty in the end zone. I actually like that. That got me hyped. That got me turned up. When JJ McCarthy did the gritty in the end zone against the Cowboys on prime time, going to Jerry's World. Hey, listen, that right there got me hyped, bro. That play right there is probably the one play I like. Out of all the plays, that was the play right there for me. That was the play right there for me. How he did the gritty and say, yeah, now look, now what? Now what? So, but yeah. Yeah, he didn't do this thing with Darnold. Darnold just had actual talent around him. Yeah, that is true. He was on a jet. Yeah, that is true. In the Panthers, talented wasteland. Yeah, talent wasteland. He goes to Seattle and his talent around him, and it was the talent Darnold needed. Kevin O'Connell, look at. Yeah, you know what's crazy? I get what you're saying too, though. I get what you're saying. My mindset is like, I think it's a little bit of both. I think he did help him out as well, but yes, he did have talent, the most talent he probably ever had. And that's why I'm so big on what J.J. McCarthy could potentially do, because J.J. McCarthy has Justin Jefferson. He has Jordan Addison and all of them. So it's like, you got the talent around you. You just need better play calling. And I feel like he'll be fine. Looked a lot better than he did before. Yes, he looked way better than he did before. Low key, me too. I told my girlfriend that was tough. Yeah, man. Yeah, through the beat. Yeah. What up? What's up, Purple? What's good? Yeah, I appreciate JJ McCarthy doing that gritty, man. I'm happy he did it, man. I don't care. I don't care what no all-time great player said. I don't care what no ESPN analyst said about JJ McCarthy. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. You're being too, you think you're bigger than, nah, bro. Listen, bro, y'all was talking all this smack on him, and when he does good, that's the only thing you could talk about is him doing the gritty. He can't have fun going into the end zone. It's not like we lost. Like, if we would have lost the game, I'd be like, oh, dang, he did the gritty. We still lost. Listen, we won the game. So why y'all hating on this man? And this is my point, y'all. I truly feel like a lot of people want JJ McCarthy to fail so bad, bro. I don't know what it is about JJ McCarthy. What did JJ McCarthy do to people? And I don't understand it. I don't understand it because I feel like he did good against 2 weeks in a row, and he's starting to look like a solid / decent quarterback right now. That's all we asked for. The kid is what, 22 years old, 23, 22, I think. He's looking decent. What more can you ask? What more can you really ask? Okay. He might have helped Darnold get W. Ritter, seeing goes, but that's quarterback coach job. Yeah, he's quarterback coach. See whatnot. Here goes. Yeah, I get you, bro. Where I'm so glad my Steelers pulled out the dub on Monday. Dolphins kind of looked cheeks, weren't they? On yeah, Chiefs 4 games win streak or some. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I don't know what's up with the Dolphins, but I'll tell you one thing. The Steelers are definitely they could definitely be a force in the playoffs, but I don't know, man. Aaron Rodgers got to really turn it up. He had to be more consistent. You got to be consistent. I'm a big Mike Tomlin guy, but the defense been having their ups and downs this year as well. Like, usually their defense is very, very good, but they've been having ups and downs. Because he was underwhelming when he was coming into the league. I think he can develop into a good quarterback. Yes, I agree. Yeah, and I agree with everything. He's developing, he's coming along, but I still feel like it's not JJ. Like, I'm not gonna say it's not nothing is his fault, but I still feel like it's Kevin O'Connell, man. It's more on Kevin O'Connell than anything, and I'm gonna stick to that. I'm gonna stick to that. Vintage Rodgers not yeah, man. We gotta see a good Rodgers in the playoffs. Give him one last good old time to potentially win a Super Bowl. You know, we'll see what happens. Anything can happen in the playoffs. I try to tell people, the playoffs, everybody's 0-0. All that stuff you can't take into the regular season. I don't care how good your offense was. I don't care how good your defense was in the regular season. You can't take that into the playoffs. You better play good that game, because if you don't play good that game, you can't take your statistics and say, oh, I'm the number 3 defense in the game. I'm number 3 in total defense. You can't bring that into the playoffs, because you could mess around for that game. You could have played like the 30th defense in total defense in the game, and you get knocked out. The playoffs is a different story, bro. That's all I care about. Like, I just want to have a good enough regular season to get to the playoffs and see my Vikings have a successful playoff run. I haven't seen a successful playoff run since 2017. When we got to the NFC Championship game against the Eagles. We was one game away from the Super Bowl, y'all. We was one game away from the Super Bowl, bro. And the Eagles broke my heart, man. The Eagles broke my heart. That's the last time our Vikings had a good chance. I love Rodgers. Been watching every Steelers game because of it. Yeah, man. Rodgers is he's all-time great. But all right, y'all. I'm going to get off. I know people not liking what I'm saying about the Bull, Kevin O'Connell, but it's okay to disagree. Agree to disagree. But shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button on your way out. We are going live for absolutely every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. I might go live for the Rams versus Seahawks game tonight. I'm not 100% sure, but I might. I'm thinking about doing it because it's such a great game. This is for I think this is for first place in the division. So I might go live for that game and give you my live commentary, play-by-play, and reaction. I'm not 100% sure, though. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking about going live for that game. And I want to see. Listen, I don't have no fight in this game, in this game tonight. Honestly, I like Matthew Stafford. I like Sam Darnold. I like both teams' coaches and what they're doing. And two of the best NFC teams going at it, man. It don't get no better. For a division to come down to the last 3 games, that's a special season. Kind of like last year for the Vikings. Special season, but we just didn't do nothing in the playoffs. But we'll see what happens. Everybody that's in the building, God bless to y'all. Breaking news, Minnesota just traded to the New England Patriots for a 2027 6th-round pick. Oh, man. Hey, listen. That'd be funny. Discount. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Remember when that started good times? Clay Matthews was a stud. Yeah, Clay Matthews was wow. That was a beast. He was a beast for the Packers, man. I couldn't stand him, man. In a good way, though. Like, I couldn't stand him because he was such a good player. But, man, I couldn't stand that dude, bro. Couldn't stand him. Just like Brian Urlacher. Like, Brian Urlacher back in the day for the Bears, I couldn't stand him. But I respect them. You feel me? Like, I respect what they bring to the table. Brian Urlacher was one of them linebackers that just a different type of dude, man. Just a different type of dude. Different type of dudes. We had a lot of all-time greats in the NFC North Division, man. A lot of all-time greats. All right, y'all, be easy. And I'm out. I might be back on later.